long-form open discussion podcast. Topics include sensitive issues such as sex, religion, politics, race, gender, death, BDSM, MFN, CFNM, MMF, MMFM, and healthcare. Do not try this at home.
Get your motherfucking ass up when I'm talking.
So hold on tight. The action starts now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
And here we go.
All right, let's kick it off. Let's kick it like a spigot. So guess what? Guess what this is what we're doing right here.
I'm guessing, but you're going to tell.
You're a good man. This is the 30th episode of the Repeat Offender podcast. We have hit the big 30.
God damn.
Which is about the same amount of listeners we have on Podbean.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. It's all posterity right here. 2 men, 2 states, tired of your shit, funnier than your podcast. And here we are. Lives falling apart, dicks shrinking, going to the belly. But it's okay.
It's okay, Nick.
Because we're not in the path of Hurricane Dorian.
Fuck no.
Which is, I said that for posterity. We're currently at the season where another hurricane hits Florida. And here's my thing about it. Here's what I'm avid in like social media, right? Yeah. I'm part of it. I am on it every day. And I notice there's a lot of people in Florida that like joke about so you're from Florida. That's important to mention.
Okay.
So there's people that joke about the oncoming hurricane and preparations and stuff like that. And everybody's got shutters or they got OSB they put over their doors and windows. Mm-hmm. All the tree services from around the country are gearing up to go make some money.
Yeah, it's gonna bump the economy a little bit.
Rick Scott looks like a cross between the fucking guy that was trying to get Carol Ann from Poltergeist.
Yeah,
and
I think Rick Scott was a governor or fucking congressman or something at some point.
And he looks like he opened the Ark of the Covenant and it was melting his skin. Indiana Jones reference. And this is what confuses me, and I guess, I don't know. I'm not from Florida. I've only been there once when I was in A school for the Navy.
It's like California.
I guess I don't understand it.
It's like California, but better, except for there's not legal weed. But go ahead.
And it is the #1 place for fucked up headlines. So people will sit there and they'll post memes and joke about preparation, hurricane preparation, right? They're like, oh, here it comes. And the one about like the only section in the grocery store left is all the vegan food and stuff. And they're like, even in an emergency, people won't even touch all that shit. The guy filling up the fucking Home Depot buckets with fuel, all that crap. But then after this thing makes fucking landfall and devastates everything, then all the people are sitting there crying, hugging each other. You know, Rick Scott gets all skeletal and is like, well, we need federal emergency money for. It's like, you motherfuckers were laughing about it 4 days ago. You thought it was funny. You thought it was the funniest shit in the world. And now you're like, oh, it actually happened. And we didn't. It's like, it's a weird juxtaposition. I guess you can't sit there and run around in a panic.
No, you can't. I mean, you got to take it how it comes. I mean, imagine growing up in fucking, middle Africa with the largest HIV population in the world, and what, you're gonna be celibate? No, you still gonna fuck something, and you get HIV, or you gonna be shocked? Absolutely, because you didn't think it was gonna happen.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe if they didn't joke about it, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it's like a weird mockery of the universe. Like, oh, it's funny, huh?
Yeah,
it's fucking funny.
Yeah. So kind of like a housewife.
Oh, you think this shit's funny?
Kind of like a housewife that takes some outside dick and then tells a nigga, "I dare you to hit me." I mean, did you not think it was going to happen?
You didn't think it was going to happen? You're sitting there in his fucking face, dragging him out the fucking, by his extensions, out the fucking sunroof, talking about hot girl summer. Or I don't know, that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, you spit another nigga's dick in his face, he probably going to pop you.
And that's what it is. That's what these hurricanes are. They are crazy bitches threatening to make landfall. The Bahamas just got hit bad, right?
Yeah.
They're devastated. That shit happened already.
Well, I think the problem is the modern building code.
You still got them stick houses down there, huh?
Well, the modern building code, if you look at it, right, and they're like, oh, man, this is unsafe, right? So this is how we're going to build houses to code now. And then you look at modern houses and the force that they do not take, and then you look at these ancient fucking castles that niggas built with fucking shit mud, and they're still standing. So, I mean, you know, what did you think those little thin tin straps that you put nails through was actually going to hold that green-ass lumber together? No.
You just do that shit like a flatbed driver. Throw some fucking 4-inch straps over it.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, motherfuckers, you know, y'all throw better fucking materials away than you build these fucking subdivision houses with. I mean, you know, you do what you do, but Miami's sinking. I mean, I don't know how these bitches can still get property insurance.
There's another place in I read about. It's like in India that it's like literally sinking. It's like some of the streets have like half a foot of water.
I mean, you think about it, right? Let's pretend that you was part of the government, right? And then you was bought and paid for by lobbyists and multinational builders and property developers. And you wanted some of this property, and you wanted to build a new golf course, or resort, or multi-million-dollar property developments, and so like, and the people, you can't sell them, like, you can't buy this shit or whatever. You can't do away with it with you know, poverty housing and shit like that. So wouldn't it be smarter just to use the Department of Defense's weather machine and blow their shit up and make it look like a hurricane came and did it, so now you can condemn it and build up and own half the fucking town? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not even a real hurricane. Just because you've seen some red shit on the
You're
TV
telling
don't
me
mean it's a hurricane.
It's that chemtrail shit. It's that chemtrail B-52 flying over.
Them niggas has been doing geo-weather engineering, nigga, for like 30, 40 years.
What was that movie with Geostorm? Did you see that?
No, I don't think I seen that, but you about to tell me about it.
Yeah, because you're gonna watch it after this episode.
Man, I watched the Meek
It's
Mill
got-
documentary the other night.
It's got Gerard Butler. The what? Oh, the Meek Mill. Oh yeah. No, the Travis Scott documentary is way better, by the way. Meek Mill is just weird looking to me. He's angular and kind of
Yeah,
got
weird, but
weird
that's
fit.
not the point. The point is this nigga was done wrong by this fucking cunt, right? And you got to look at it. All the people that was in power were black, and these motherfuckers were butchering their own. So you can't even say that the system itself is racist. It's culturally fucking based. So like, these motherfuckers, it don't matter what color or creed you is. When you get in a position of power, absolute power corrupts. And when the motherfucker feels unchecked, they think that they can just do anything to anybody. And this fucking cunt was hating on this nigga for getting money is what it amounted to. The fact that he was better than himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you old evil bitch, I hope that dog that's eating your pussy bites the fucking lips off of it.
Well, I haven't heard that song, but
I heard that bitch, and it was like,
I
rah, 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 rah. That's what it sounded like.
I haven't heard any Meek Mill shit. I don't even know if I've even looked it up just hearing his name.
No,
I'm like,
I
gotta hear this dude.
I hadn't really listened to too much of the Meek Mill. I'm gonna be honest. You know, I tend to focus more on these Southern boys, but I don't know. It's just mainly because I relate more to the music. I think the attitude behind it.
Yeah, you certainly do. But Geostorm's got Gerard Butler, the guy from 300, right?
Okay.
Like, This Is Sparta.
Yeah.
And apparently, it's one of those, like, it takes off, it kind of plays off real life, and it's like global warming has gotten so bad, climate change, whatever doesn't trigger people, that they had to geoengineer some kind of space station that would, like, drop some kind of missile and kill a hurricane before it formed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And clearly, if you've ever seen a fucking James Bond film, somebody's going to come along and fuck with that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, Gerard Butler's got to step in and do that thing where he makes the weird face because he's trying not to speak a Scottish accent. He's like, I'll first play a game of fuck off. You go first. And he's fucking making those weird faces. It's a pretty good movie, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is I think Rick Scott and his skeletal
you
ways.
Keep saying Rick Scott. I don't understand how he plays in this. Have you seen him do something recently? Because he's not even the governor.
He
of Florida.
is the goddamn governor of Florida.
No, he's not.
He's the president of Florida. He
no,
is.
He ain't. No, he ain't.
Yes, he is.
No, he ain't. It's some other nigga, man. Some other middle of the road Republican is now.
No, it's Rick Scott.
It's not Rick Scott. That nigga went out like a season or two ago.
Dude, watch. Hold on.
This nigga here. I love white people.
You're fucking white. You're Albanian. Oh, there you go. Never mind. You're right. I don't know.
Right.
Whoa. See, this is where you guys fucked up. This dude was born in 1978. The current guy.
Yeah.
You can't. There's. I don't like old people in politics, but you can't have any young motherfuckers. Although he was in. Yeah, you don't want any of that shit. So what's Rick Scott doing? Why do I keep seeing his weird ass face on the TV? What's he doing?
I don't know. I think he's in Washington or something. Yeah, I think that nigga went to Washington or some shit. I think he's like a senator.
Here's the thing. It's really sad when you start seeing like the same old fucking tired people and people keep voting for him, and it makes you wonder what the hell's happening in this country. Like Mitch McConnell, what kind of fucked up knuckle dragging Jack Daniels drinking
I don't think anybody's
Kentucky
voting for these
people.
niggas, man. I mean, have you counted the votes? Have you counted the ballots? No, I don't even think that shit's real.
Not since 2010.
I don't think voting's even real. I think it's like, yeah, everybody has a vote, and then them niggas go back and they do some number shuffling and they make shit happen. I think they decide that shit behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? But you know that has nothing to do with the fact that it might not even be a hurricane, nigga. It might be a weather gun.
Oh,
I'm just saying, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I like weather gun.
Did you go out there and meet the hurricane and be like, "What's up?" They be like, "I'm about to ravage your shit," or a nigga could have been a motherfucking, you know, a big ass weather gun on a ship.
You know what it is? It's probably the Association of OSB producers that make plywood and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
They're like, OSB has hit a 10-year low, guys. We need to get the weather gun out.
Yeah, we're gonna build a real big storm, a big beautiful storm, and then that's it.
I like those hurricane maps that they show you.
Yeah.
One of them, the last one looked like fucking Mumra from Thundercats.
Yeah, I don't know. There was one. Some nigga sent me a picture. One had his face in the middle of it.
You see Satan in the storm clouds in this epicenter of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's what it is too. That's my favorite thing about. You know what my favorite thing about secret societies are?
Tell me, they're secret.
That they're secret. That's it. Moving on. So no, my favorite thing about secret societies is that. So you remember Jay-Z? Remember Jay-Z, that black guy, did some rapping and stuff?
Yeah,
now he's like a white guy because he's got money.
I know about Jay-Z. He got loan money now.
And he would do that. He would do that Diamond Dallas Page thing with his hands, where he put them together, make a little diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and so people thought he was Illuminati because he did that.
Okay.
They're like, that's a signal of the Illuminati. You know, and then you got the people. You know that game where you do the little circle with your hand, and if somebody looks at it, you get to punch them.
No, I don't know nothing about that.
And then it's that you make a little okay thing with your hand, and you hold it below your waist. And if somebody looks at it, you got to punch it. You get to punch them, right?
Okay.
I don't know what it is, where it started, probably Florida. But everybody equated it to like the white nationalists because it looks like a W and a P. My favorite thing about secret societies is that, you know, they clearly, the idea of them is that they control the world. They're out there to.
Nigga, I think there is a motherfucking goddamn.
But hold on.
Super ultra elite group behind there pulling strings, nigga.
No, there probably is.
And world domination.
No, there definitely is. But what I think is funny is that people think that these societies that are, you know, they get together behind closed doors and they control the ebb and flow of society, requires their members to somehow do a hand signal in public.
You know,
so say Jay-Z, Jay-Z's part of the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, Jay. He's like, yo, what's up? He's like, hey, when you go out and you speak in front of the Source Awards, when you're done, make sure you flash a symbol, because they're all about brand recognition.
I think some of it is playing on words, like creating buzz. So if you do something that's controversial or whatever, you're more likely to get free publicity than if you do nothing. You know what I mean? So some of it's clever marketing. I think some of it is absolutely nonsense, and some of it might have some truth, man. I don't know. That's the thing about secret societies, is they're secret. So you're neither going to be able to prove nor disprove much of the gossip and speculation based around it. You know what I mean? But I had a nigga call me recently, and he was talking about global warming.
Was he black?
No, man, he was white as fuck. So he said that he had watched this show, and it was talking about the global warming and shit, and the UN, and trying to become it's a multinational body group that's ultimately seeking treaties that consolidate to world domination, right? And if you look at the storyline behind like global warming and shit, it's like it's another large scale catastrophe, right? They could get everybody up underneath the same rule book, right? So you could look to, because no one is going to voluntarily give their country over to another authoritative body, but under the rules of certain treaties and regulations and stuff, it would be easy to shift the power center to a group, of other nation members, to help dictate the outcome of many countries under something such as global warming. I mean, what better fucking sales pitch and package do you have to button it up? I mean, we're already programming a generation of children that have no knowledge and understanding what global warming could or could not be, or where it comes from or where it doesn't come from, into the idea that I want to give up all my rights and abilities for someone to fix this problem that at this point I don't believe, if it's scaled as bad as what we're being told, that it's even solvable to begin with. There's no fucking reversing the fucking geoclimate of the earth. It's not going to happen. Bow!
You know what that is? That's that Doctor Who theme right there.
I'm just saying, nigga, you know what I mean? Like, we're programming the generation of kids to be like, yeah, solve this for me. How can you solve this for me? Well, we need you to fucking be okay with us jumping down with the fucking UN and then becoming an authoritative body. And they're like, okay, so we're going to move power from Washington, but we're going to pretend Washington still exists, but really these people on an island somewhere are going to control everything. I mean, it makes sense. It's plausible. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying that's what is happening, but the storyline is absolutely more believable than half the bullshit that I've heard on the news in recent years.
Well, here's the thing. So I have the same group of people on Facebook that I kind of.
Hold on, I gotta.
I'd
move,
like to
nigga.
say I'd like.
Hold on, I gotta move because I was sitting on the edge of the chair
and my ass went to sleep.
One of your ass cheeks fell asleep.
Yeah, nigga, my whole left leg. Nigga.
Holy fuck! I can hear you move.
Ahead. I'm gonna wake it back up.
But I talked to the same group of people. I'd like to say. Well, my penis fell asleep a couple minutes ago listening to you talk.
Fuck you, nigga.
But so I kind of argue. You wouldn't like it. I just lay there. I talk to the same group of people. I'd like to say discuss, but I pretty much argue.
Yeah, but the problem with the same
and
group of people is that you don't get outside opinions, so you're never really fully challenged. But go ahead.
Oh no, trust me, these people disagree with me fully. There's very few people I talk to that. I like to charge headfirst into conversations. There's a hint, an allegation that somehow the world currently isn't the way that they're purporting can happen. They're talking about, like you just said, you're amazed to hear that young people are like trying to give up the keys to the kingdom. That's kind of been done decades ago. It's like people talking about, well, we need guns to protect us from the government. Well, the government will fucking steamroll any group of people at this point. Anyone.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to, they will group or individual. At any point, the federal government, the local government, your sheriff's department will fucking take you the fuck out. You have no control over that.
I think
it's an illusion. It's an illusion of some control still, where you're like, yeah, but we have these rights, we have this constitution. It's done. The keys have been given up to the kingdom. It's not like through voting or enough people being woke, air quote woke, we're gonna get them back. So I'm referencing one specific guy. I did some ecstasy with him in Vegas one time. The dude's insane. I love him, but whatever. It kind of going back to the symbolism and the hand signals for like the Illuminati. So let's talk about Donald Trump, right? There's a disturbing amount of people who believe that Donald Trump is in power because he's allied with this benevolent group of people who are trying to take down global corruption of the elite. It's called QAnon on 4chan or whatever. And it's some government official who's like anonymously without sources posting like this will happen. So one of my favorite ones is that you remember when Trump would drink water and people are like, why does this motherfucker look so goofy drinking water? Did you see him drink water? He uses like both hands and holds like the tiny little bottle on the tips of his fingers and kind of sticks his lips out like he's nursing. It's really like, it's noticeable. It's like you can't just grab a bottle of water and fucking swig out of it. You got to do is, he thinks, this guy that I'm referencing, God bless him, he thinks that what he's doing is that like Dasani or whatever, Aquafina, they're part of like the globalist elites. So he's saying by like Trump's hands being close together when he picks those up, he's trying to signal to them that they're going to be arrested soon and it's coming. So that's why he thinks he drinks water all fucking weird. And also that, you know, with like the Harvey Weinstein thing, right? Okay, so because of the internet,
who's Harvey Weinstein, nigga?
He's that gross fat Jew that like got in trouble in Hollywood for banging all the chicks.
Okay.
So the people who believe in this QAnon theory also believe that Harvey Weinstein, by being called out by all these females and weirdly a couple guys about like sexual favors being traded for acting roles in Hollywood, is that it's dismantling some kind of globalist elite Hollywood fucking sex ring. When in reality, Harvey Weinstein didn't face any charges and he paid like $40 million, which is kind of what it's all been about, is money. And be honest with you, if you walk into a room, right, and there's some gross fat dude with his dick out and he's like, suck my dick if you want to roll or leave, and you don't leave, yeah, you kind of signed the consent form at that point. But that's neither here nor there. And on top of the fact that you ever heard the term casting couch before?
No, but go ahead and tell us.
You've never heard casting couch. You're a red-blooded American. You've seen pornography. The casting couch where women are like...
I never really watched porn like that, nigga. I was magazine-based when I was fucking with it, so...
They even said it. It was typed... Basically, it's like the way, you know, if a female actress or whatever, they want an acting role, and they got to fuck the producer. It's just kind of common knowledge. So now everybody gets to act surprised, like, what? Gwyneth Paltrow sucked dick to be in these movies? Like, well, yeah, you're not that good an actress. How do you think that was going to happen? Same thing with Jeffrey Epstein, right?
You want the money, you want the money, you want the money. You got to get the money. So Jeffrey Epstein, that's the nigga that died.
Yeah, he's the billionaire that was attached.
Man, that nigga didn't die, my nigga. That nigga's in a fucked up offshoot of Witsec, nigga. That nigga paid some money.
No, he's over with. He's with Tupac.
That nigga's gone, though.
But because
y'all niggas
because he's
crazy. Like y'all niggas is crazy in the world. If you think a nigga that rich in the American judicial system, okay, offed himself or somebody else. So now somebody else might have really offed him while bullshit aside, but I don't think the nigga dead. I think that nigga done motherfucking. He's bounced. I think the nigga's got his money. I think, you know, the pot was stirred a little bit. There ain't no way that nigga's dead.
I don't know.
Money
There's been
buys
worse
freedom
situations.
in
But what I'm
America.
saying is,
Money buy freedom
no, I
in
feel you.
America.
Except if you're Meek Mill. So what I'm saying is, he was attached to Trump and Clinton and Prince Andrew and stuff like that. So that was another part of the QAnon theory where they're like, Jeffrey Epstein, he's the guy. They used to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island and have sex with 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
So, by the way, as a side note, it's called Occam's razor. Occam's razor means when you're trying to solve an issue, it's probably easier and best to go with the most simple and easy solution for something. So the way I look at it, just in the Jeffrey Epstein thing, is I see a man who's been so rich his entire life that he's never been told no. He's never had to take direction, found himself in an untenable situation he could not control, knowing full well he's going to go to a federal prison where it is historically known that pedophiles are not treated well, and that scared the living fuck out of him.
So he probably,
but whatever,
neither
here nor there.
Like $100 million. So he probably reached and spent like $100 million dropping a bucket and shuffled some shit around and disappeared. I mean, yeah, because that's not plausible.
Who knows? Al Chapo went to a fucking prison where there was a goddamn mile-long tunnel and an electric motorcycle built underneath it. So who knows? I guess what I'm trying to say is this is the beast, the machine, right? The nature of the beast. This is how it goes. And I don't think let's entertain it if there is a big secret society controlling everything that has controlled things for millennia. That I don't think enough woke people on a fucking anonymous chat website chit-chatting about it are going to bring them down. It's kind of like when people are talking about weed becoming legal in America, right? And then they're like, yeah, what it's going to do, it's going to hurt the cartels. So you're telling me that a fucking worldwide criminal organization is going to let some American laws hurt their bottom line? This is the organization that will behead their enemies and hang them from overpasses, and they're going to be like, oh, they made it legal, now we can't make any money.
I don't think you grasp the concept of the sales pitch, man. It's like niggas selling Kirby's, man. It's all about how you package it, you know what I mean? It's if people need to be told certain things to make it okay in their mind, then so be it. If motherfuckers feel warm and fuzzy that they think that the cartel is going to slow down and they feel okay with going to Walgreens and buying their fucking pharmaceuticals in a nice stapled bag, then so be it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't stopping the cartel. You ain't stopping fucking, Pfizer or Merck or any of the Bayer.
No, you're not stopping.
Nobody. You're not.
Because if you look at it like a
fucking
business,
you're not stopping anybody.
if you look at it like a business, like Heinz ketchup has been around for what, since like the late 1800s or 1900s or something, whatever, or late 1800s. They have found a way to keep going.
Yeah.
So the cartel, the Illuminati, they're all businesses. They've found a way to keep going.
It's all about money, man. It's about, it's about staying in control, right? And if you look at it, like, you get rich people, and they of course they make money, but they start collecting people. Like, they run out of things to buy, so they buy people, and they trade people. It's the modern slavery, but I mean, there's a way out.
I've seen Hostel.
You can become wealthy, you know what I'm saying, and you can become, a player in the real game of life, you know what I'm saying, but fuck that. Niggas ain't stopping the cartel. Too many Americans consume drugs. Everybody consumes drugs, whether it's alcohol, it's nicotine, it's caffeine, no matter what the fuck it is, it's cocaine, you know what I'm saying, meth, you know what I'm saying, they ain't no different. A nigga smoking a bubble ain't no different than you taking little Johnny down there 8 years old and getting him on some goddamn Adderall because the teacher told you he couldn't sit still on a fucking desk. It's the same shit. It's amphetamines, you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's my thing. So I fuck, you fuck, right? You like to fuck, I assume.
Everybody smash. Not everybody. Some people really don't smash.
Some people can't. I like to have a partner that's gonna do stuff for me. You know what I mean? Like, I like to, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like, I like to lay back.
Yeah.
I like to lay back, relax, have my toes curl.
Yeah.
Freak a leak. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. So you like the other version of Petey Pablo.
Right. Because I drank it and they paid me for it. So, yeah. So, who am I, Petey Pop motherfucker? Take your shirt off, spin around your head like a helicopter. So, I like, you know, it's give and take when you have sex. You get in there, you give a little, you get a little. It's push and pull. It's fun. She's active. That's why I don't agree with, like, rape and date rape and stuff. It's like they're passed out. Now you got to do a lot more work. I don't get, like, little kids. I get that, like, people are into it. It's like some people like getting shit on. Some people are getting pissed on. Some people like getting hurt. But a little kid ain't gonna be into it. You know what I mean? And all these rich guys are like, I fucked so many women. I fucked so many dudes. I can't even tell you the color of the tits of the girl I fucked last night. Let's get some kids in here. At some point,
I can't even process that, like, on so many different levels. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, first off, I don't know how you're even attracted to that. Second off, I mean, what can you really get from that? You know, because at some point in your life, sex evolves beyond just the physical act. There's got to be some type of mental stimulation to truly, you know,
right.
run with
You guys
it.
see
I'm
some
not talking
tits.
about like a random Thursday, you know, mud out, you know, fest at a college dorm. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, you know, in some form or fashion, and when you mature into what it should be or could be, like, what the fuck are you even, like, what kind of weird fucking fucked up ritualistic shit are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even understand the motivations behind that.
It's just it's a weird when you look at the big picture of it. It's just a weird paradigm where it's like rich people want to have sex with children. Where it's like, all right, I'm so rich, you can bring me like a 9-year-old, right? And it's gonna do something for me. It's like, bro, you could have any man or woman you want. Personally, in my preference, I like women older than myself. I like MILFs. I like GILFs. I like no condoms, no diseases, right? Like, I can bust a nut inside you. You're not going to get pregnant because you haven't had a period in 25 years.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I like that, like, oh, hey, Mrs. Jones, is Bobby home? No, he'll be home in a couple hours. Do you want to sit down and I'll make you some milk and cookies? You're like, yeah, and all of a sudden you're fucking move that colostomy bag and get up in there.
Damn.
So it's just a weird concept. You know what I mean? Bend her over her walker, right? Hit the brakes on the wheelchair.
Yeah,
But
it's like some ready-made BSM frame. BDSM.
exactly.
Yeah, here to go.
It's just a weird concept. So, yeah. But then going back to people talking about, there's a meme floating around. So, you know, the recent fight between Popeye's Chicken and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I didn't know, but go ahead.
God damn it! I know you're on the internet, motherfucker.
Nigga, I work for
So-
a living. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I work for a living too. I pick up
social media.
I pick up garbage. Garbage. Ow!
That's-
Oh!
yeah.
Oh!
There's money in trash.
So, yeah, for the mafia. So, and to be honest with you, it's actually not that bad a gig. But anyway, so, there's a thing between See, what it is these companies are so good at what they do. They're using us, right? They're using social media. So Chick-fil-A, which I think is disgusting. It's not open on Sundays. People got to eat on Sundays.
I like
whatever.
Chick-fil-A, but go ahead.
I prefer Popeyes. It's a little ghetto for me, right? It's spicy. They got the mashed potatoes.
I like Popeyes too. I like that spicy chicken.
And if I had to get rid of one, I would keep Popeyes. So there's a fight between who's got the better chicken sandwich. I think it's no fucking contest whatsoever, but whatever. To each their own. Popeyes fucking saved like $24 million on advertising for their new chicken sandwich because they haven't had one until now, by kind of bolstering this fight between Chick-fil-A online, and then fucking people lost their minds. So they used us to do a bunch of fucking marketing for them.
Yeah.
So they saved money.
That's what I told
And then
you about
people
Jay-Z
fought-
a few minutes ago.
Change clothes. I got 99 problems, but a chicken sandwich ain't one.
Damn.
That motherfucker's white now, dude. You see him laughing, smiling at Roger Goodell like this, but this dude, fucking Uncle Tom, right there. You gonna let him in the big house?
I think he just be. I think he playing smart. I think that nigga just got wealthy. The nigga came from the projects and now he's sitting on top of the fucking castle. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
No, which is fine. But
like,
money changes you. Money
yeah,
changes you
at
100%.
At a certain point, nigga, you got so much money and you've read so many books and you've socialized with so many people on a different level that you're gonna probably talk and laugh a little different.
Well, to be honest with you, so I'll laugh.
I'm a super
closet
Caucasian. I would laugh super Caucasian nigga for that much money.
that I got shit laugh.
I don't even know how to do it. I can't even do it. See? Damn.
To be fair, though, so I'm a closet hip-hop fan,
Yeah.
and so I kind of delve deep into it. From what I've heard and read, Jay-Z has kind of been he's kind of been like the guardian angel for a lot of people in the industry. Like he paid Lil Wayne's taxes for him. You know, like with when fucking 21 Savage, when we found out that motherfucker was British. And he was about to get deported. Jay-Z sent like a team of lawyers to go help him. So he's kind of been there for the culture. You know what I mean? And you got to give the dude props. He started off with the stash boxes outside the Marcy Projects, right? And now he's sitting there laughing with the fucking commissioner of the NFL.
Yeah.
He still puts that fucking headband on and shit. He gets to eat Beyonce's ass, which probably fucking tastes like Stardust and Lost Dreams, by the way.
Yeah, it probably tastes like shit.
No, it probably does. She got a big old. You see, the thing is, like, you see those big old asses, and you're like,
I don't know. I'm an ass nigga. I prefer ass over titties over face.
No, I need both though. But you know what? Check it out. You get with a girl, she got small titties. You take that bra off, it's like opening a birthday card with no money in it.
I don't know. I just prefer nipples anyway.
No, I mean it's a combination.
What I'm gonna do with the rest of the shit? Nigga, in a couple years, that shit gonna drop to the waist. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have too big, them big boobs, nigga. What you gonna do with them?
Yeah, but check it out. I've been with a chick that had almost no tits. I had bigger tits on my back than she had. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
she had nothing.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's more mobile if they're smaller. But go ahead. I mean, each to their own. You know what I mean?
You got to have some, and they're all built for different things: speed and comfort. The smaller ones, you can bounce them back and forth. The bigger ones, I've been in situations where the tits are so big, it's like, I wish we could take these off and set them aside right now. They're getting in the way.
Yeah.
But you got to have them titties. It's like the garnish.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like I say, each to their own. You know what I mean?
No, because the one girl I was with, she had no tits. It was to the point where I was like curious why she even bought bras. But she had a big white girl ass.
You got to guard the nipples so they don't get irritated.
I think the nipples are the only thing keep her chest from caving in. That's how small they were.
Yeah.
They were like rivets.
I prefer smaller chest. Like I think in the grand scheme of things, like a large C. A C, like a full C is probably like really pushing. But then again, you can't really say that because depending on the body, so some girls, like if they're up around 5'9", then the body is proportioned differently from 5 foot. So you can't equate all to a certain size.
Well, there's just something about like sitting there, right? You're listening to a little Sade, a little Usher, right?
You know what I hate? I hate these bitches out here in the motherfucking restaurants and crazy shit. They think if they show a little cleavage, like all of a sudden a nigga about to get weak and reach. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of these niggas that be pumping their dick because they ain't getting no ass and they ain't got no mouthpiece, maybe. You go and get that money. I ain't gonna hate on you. You know what I'm saying? But I just as soon spit in your motherfucking face if you think you about to come over here and break me with a little bit of motherfucking chest ass. That shit ain't happening.
Wow. Jesus, man.
I mean, you get a couple of these niggas, you know what I'm saying, that ain't never been run through nothing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Go and get that, you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, she ain't about to break me, you know what I'm saying? You got, like, fucked up around here, you know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah. Ursha, baby. This is for the A.
Don't get that money. Usher calls me when he's bored. Oh, mine. So what's weird about that song is like Usher's worth a lot of money. He's been doing this shit since he was like, what, 16 or whatever?
Yeah, what was up with him fucking that old bitch?
What was up with him fucking that fat bitch he gave herpes to?
He had the herp.
Yeah, he had the herp. You don't get that far
good.
without having the herp. Well, Magic Johnson got AIDS and he survived.
He had an ugly head. Usher had an ugly head.
But in that song, he's talking about, I don't care that you got to go to the club and make that money. It's like, but why? Like, what, she's going to make $1,000 a night, bro? You make $24,000 a night.
It's equal opportunity, nigga. Yeah. It's equal opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Going to get it. That way she ain't becoming dependent upon him and he don't feel guilty when he tell the bitch she got to leave.
Yeah, it's just weird, though. She can go back to it. It's not like she's going to be like Usher's fucking throwaway and she can be able to find a job.
Some niggas get turned on, though, about these other niggas wanting they bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, can you blame the nigga be like, oh, shit, you bought me some shoes that the other nigga paid you for looking at your ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I like them shoes.
I do like them shoes. I got the bloody shoes. Them red bottoms. Them fake-ass Stacy Manolos.
Yeah, I'll just be chilling, though.
Stacey Adams Manolos. Fuck, I'm so white.
You know, I got disappointed, man. I was looking up the other day trying to find some Havana Joes, them old desert boot looking motherfuckers, man. And I don't even think they make them bitches no more. You know what I mean?
No, they do.
We had some back in the day, man. It was like Havana Joes, but it was Gino D's. And I can't even find them bitches either.
I just found a fucking pair right there, used.
You know, yeah, everything is used and vintage now, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted me a couple fresh boxes of Havana Joes, man, and like, I can't even find them bitches out there. You know, I got a big foot too, so like, I can't even get this average nigga size 9 and 10 shit, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know. I still got a pair of your shoes here.
Yeah, you ever try them on?
I clean them shits up and I put them in my game room. I'm staring at them right now. They're up on a trophy like I shot them.
Damn, they're big shoes.
Yeah,
man.
They're big motherfucking shoes to fill.
Yeah, they are.
I look at them shit. I have that shit like Michael Jackson had the goddamn Elephant Man skeleton.
That's fucking fire. Yeah. I'm looking at lifestyle boots or whatever. But I probably want to get me
lifestyle boots.
I want to get me some fluorescent orange ones, I think.
Some Jinkos. You know what? That's some New York shit though.
Well, Havana Joe's?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No, Havana Joe's ain't New York.
Oh, trust me. There's a Wikipedia. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Now, they got some of these motherfuckers just look gay as fuck. But I wouldn't wear them shits. But I'm talking about these.
With the jean shorts and the fucking wife beater on.
Yeah, with them bitches with the 3 laces untied. Yeah, all day. Yeah. Yeah, got a necklace more than a bitch house on all day. All day.
That he's paying for in installments.
I like motherfucking shoes, man. I ain't gonna lie, I like shoes and hats, nigga. Like I like shoes and I like hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, whatever. You know, some of these niggas like face scrubs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, cool, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Face scrubs?
Yeah, get your
like a fucking
shit, nigga. You know what I mean? Me.
Wow,
I'd
Proactive.
just rather have me some nice.
Shout out to Proactive. You could be a sponsor. Wouldn't that be cool to be doing that? Jessica Simpson does it, and then it's like, you know, Thomas, I had a real problem with acne at one point, and then I was like, I'm so embarrassed to go in public, and then the Proactive people approached me, right? And I didn't believe them, and they said, just try it for a week.
What'd you call that couch, nigga? The stage couch? What you call that bitch?
Casting couch.
The casting couch. Maybe if she'd catch her goddamn face up out of niggas' thighs on the casting couch, her face would have been broke out from niggas' fucking thigh bulls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Irritating her skin. You know what I'm talking about? It'd probably get hot, nigga, and all them motherfucking nutsacks shit. No wonder motherfucking bitch face all goddamn broke out. Maybe if she'd slow down on that motherfucking speed she eating and shit, it wouldn't be bubbling through a motherfucking skull.
Well, I'm just saying, right? Say you're broke. Say you got a car payment coming up. Say your fucking cell phone's about to be shut off. Yeah. Say you saw some nice Havana Joes, right?
I like them Joes, nigga.
You're hot. Somebody walks up to you like, hey, blah blah blah. they're like, come over, I want to take some pictures of you. Because all women before they're 20 think they're going to be a model, right?
Yeah.
All girls done a little modeling at some point. All of a sudden it's some, but you know it's true.
Well,
and then you see some greasy.
Go ahead and tell me about the greasy.
You see some greasy fucker. He's got a ponytail, right? He's got a 24/7 hard on. He's taking pictures, and he's like, "Hey, for an extra $300, you mind taking your top off?" And you're like, "Okay, what are we doing?" And then next thing you know, that dude's like, for an extra $500, you want to touch my dick? And so women feel uncomfortable in this situation. I look at this stuff, right? I'm watching porn. I'm behind on my bills. My cell phone's about to be shut off, and I'm sitting there going, if this dude was negotiating with me like that, he's like, take your shirt off. I'd be like, all right, I guess I'll take my shirt off. And then he's like, you want to touch my dick for $500? I'd already have my hand on his dick before you ended that sentence.
Damn.
I wouldn't even know how much he offered. He'd be like, you want to touch my... I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'd start negotiating. I'd be like, I touched your dick. And they'd be like, $500. I'm like, no, son. This shit gonna cost you like $750. You know what I mean?
$750, and then the nigga be like $350.
And next thing you know, you got your hand on some greasy fucking dude's dick, wearing fucking Panama, Egyptian cotton pants and some Havana Joes, and you're fucking negotiating the price. You still got your hand on his dick.
Yeah,
what happened to your life,
nigga? But you gonna feel real good, nigga, because your cell phone's still on.
There's a good. You know what? There's a feeling when you pay that cell phone for the month, and you're like, I got another 30 days of this.
Got another 30 days, nigga.
I got another 30 days to watch YouTube videos and shit. Go sit in some Wi-Fi so I use my data.
A nigga's whole life can change in 30 days. That's like
sure the fuck can.
That's like nigga, if you paid every fortnight, nigga, that's 2 checks.
Every fortnight. This dude's using archaic language.
Damn.
Every fortnight, a fortnight around, the bill comes to collect.
Yeah. I just be chilling though, man.
It's fucking almost 2020. It's almost 2020. Nobody should be fucking paid every 2 weeks anymore.
I'm just saying it's almost 2020, nigga, and niggas get more time for weed than old niggas do for fucking kids.
No, that's true. In fact, I spent the whole weekend fucking going back and forth about some fucking cannabis product. It's you see, you know what? I respect you, but you don't want to give me a lot of credit. I'm out here trying to do my white boy hustle. Right? Yeah. I got my PF flyers on. I got my Walmart shirt. I'm calling people when I got product. I'm like, no, they're not full gram. They're 0.8, so it's $25. I make $8 off them. I'll sell 10, whatever. Mm-hmm. I got people negotiating over in Aussie. Aussies don't go for that much, but there's a drought where I am right now, so we're trying to negotiate prices up.
Yeah, you should probably be about $275. I'm gonna bust their
you know
head,
what?
I'm gonna bust their head wide open, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
down to that white meat, huh?
If they put their hands on something every week or whatever, I'm gonna be real sweet to them. Like I'll probably go ahead and give them the next one for $225. Every other one $225. So they feel
I gotta do with throat cancer. I gotta do with throat cancer. I deal to $175.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't. I mean, this ain't no goddamn charity. I gotta put.
So I
gotta put money up in case I get throat cancer, nigga. You know what I'm saying, nigga? And it's like, I mean, if you think, and that's what I'm saying, if people think they can do shit better, and they think that it just grows out the fucking dirt, you know what I'm saying? Then go and grow your own motherfucking plant. You know what I'm saying? Like go and find you somewhere to get some seeds or some clones or whatever, and put your time and effort in it. And after you spend goddamn 12 motherfucking weeks trying to harvest this fucking plant up, and it gives you 1.25 ounces, nigga, from all this effort, time, and energy because you just had the fucking shit fucked up, then come holler, nigga, and you gonna have to probably pay $300 then, because now I'm just gonna be done with you.
Well, I would offer you a thing, but you're too ghetto looking to pull this off.
Fuck. What?
Well, no. So here's the thing. I'll tell a story real quick.
Tell us the
And this is probably the realest you're ever gonna hear me talk. So I used to deal with some fucking some Hmong, like some dudes in a different state, right? You know, Hmong, the fucking Asians, Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
They're cool guys though. I get along with some pretty scary people just because they know I'm not gonna bullshit them, and I know they can fucking smoke me like a cigarette anytime they want to.
They don't see you as a threat.
So they know I'm going to be straightforward with them. They know I'm going to do the best I can. So they respect that, and I respect them. And I understand how this shit works.
Okay.
So there's a huge interstate industry of moving products, any products really, back and forth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is where when people talk about racism, these are the situations I think of, because this is how I know racism is a real tangible thing. So, Oregon's got cheap weed, for example. Michigan needs weed, for example. There's a giant available opportunity to go to Oregon, for example, and bring weed back to Michigan, for example. Mm-hmm. Right? But unfortunately, due to
I'm definitely too dark.
Because of the constructs of society, you can't really. You got to look a certain way to be able to pull this shit off, especially considering the states you're going to cross. Mm-hmm. And these guys, they're throwing out numbers to me. We're negotiating back and forth. There's 10 stacks is the minimum to even start considering the stuff. And of course they're gonna pull that bullshit where they're like, "Oh, my homeboy's got to go with you," and then that's when sensible Sean's got to step in and say, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you something you're not gonna like to hear."
Yeah.
You, sir, are a bald Asian man with dragon tattoos and a wife beater.
Yeah.
And God bless you, sir, and your right to live and exist and enjoy the freedoms of this country are basically a big goddamn target. A big fucking target.
Yeah.
To drive this stuff from Oregon back to Michigan. I wouldn't travel with you if I was taking an emergency kidney to fucking do a replacement for a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Because we would get stopped too many times.
Yeah.
So, it's a sad situation, but it's the real goddamn it's how the world works. And so, painfully white people like me once again have an advantage in this world.
Yeah.
You need white people. You need white people to put on that golf shirt and put them car seats in their car.
Years, man. I said that for years. Everybody need a white friend. You know what I mean?
It's like that Bill Burr joke. He's like, yeah, that one white guy that's like, you didn't register that handgun? Are you shitting me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think when the police pull you over, like when they run your tag out going down the road and shit, they run your credit score.
Yeah, they do. And if you're anything darker than than the color of an egg,
yeah,
that shit ain't gonna be good.
That shit ain't good, nigga. You going to prison.
Your shit's gonna come back. It's gonna have a little red light on it. Yeah. Fucking proceed with caution.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck them niggas.
Proceed
saying,
with
man,
caution.
Chilling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my thought is like, nigga, you're in a place called, Michigan, for example, and you can legally grow bud, for example. Why not just fucking grow bud? For example.
You absolutely can. You can grow 12 plants per person.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if I was in the industry, I would know people that allegedly would put greenhouses up that are collecting the rays of the sun and use no electricity besides blowing air through the 2 layers of plastic tarp to make sure there's no condensation. And hypothetically, these people would be allegedly getting around 100 pounds or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I was like a money man in Chicago, just for an example, it would behoove me to hire a simple looking white guy in northern Michigan to grow this product because it's safer for them. Yeah. It's safer for them to put their farm in a place where there's not a lot of criminal activity, where people are nice and white and easy to walk around.
Yeah.
And then just plan the route to get it once it's ready. So,
yeah,
it's a weird paradigm of how this shit goes. Did you know I read an article about California still has a vibrant black market going?
The black market's always going to exist, man, because people rather deal with people. Like, if I didn't have to go to, like, Walmart, right, to buy fucking Rubbermaid totes, and the nigga next door had Rubbermaid totes, I'd rather deal with the nigga next door, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you have flea markets around you.
No, they ain't no goddamn flea markets, man.
There's a flea market.
No, that's something I miss about the South, man. Niggas got boiled peanuts, they got a leather shop and a mad flea market, you know what I'm saying? You can get handmade shit, you can get Chinese made shit, and you can get shit that somebody walked out of Walmart with, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants boiled peanuts.
You crazy as fuck, nigga. That's like the best shit on earth.
No. Snapple is the best shit on earth.
That don't even sound appropriate.
Fucking Snapple made from the best shit on earth right there?
Yeah. I remember when everybody said they had slave ships on it.
Slave ships on Snapple bottles?
Yeah, I don't think it was actually slave ships, though. I think it was like portraying the Boston Tea Party ships. But, you know, each to their own. There might have been some evil white.
Really?
Like and they changed the label of Snapple. You don't remember when they changed the label?
You know what? I just remember that old Jewish lady, the fat one from the commercials.
I don't really fuck with many Jewish people. I mean, I just don't know them. They're not in my circles. Like, maybe my money's too short for that.
No, your money's long.
No,
but you know how deep racism goes?
How deep it go?
You know how deep that racism goes? I'm gonna read you something. You tell me what this is.
Tell me.
Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in the market down in New Orleans. Scarred old slaver know he's doing all right. Hear him whip the women just around midnight. Now that's some racist sounding shit, right?
What is it?
That is the goddamn first lyrics to fucking Rolling Stones' Brown Sugar.
Huh.
Damn. Yeah, because you know Mick Jagger's been getting in that black pussy.
I don't know, man. I just I be chilling, man. I read this book over here about Jim Crow, you know, and I've been trying to expand my mind and compound other people's views and opinions, and then my perception and my life experiences. And I think that people are just inherently fucking evil and self-serving, and it doesn't matter if you're the same skin tone or different. If they can get by and get a dollar by stepping on you, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'd step on a motherfucker.
Yeah. But that's
sometimes I wish I was black so I get that lion tattoo.
I don't know, man.
You should stop vaping.
I
want you to stop vaping. That's what I want for my birthday. That's what I want for my birthday.
I'll probably start vaping when I'm able to start burning bud. You know what I mean? But right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm still an employee. And, you know, I mean, if a nigga's paying me to do something, you know what I'm saying, and that's my job, then, you know, then I'll conform. But until I'm able to be self-sufficient and I'm able to burn a J, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is.
I'm about to smoke some weed.
You know, I mean, I wish I could motherfucking burn. Like, I should be able to burn, but, you know, I mean.
It's been 5 months for me at this point.
Yeah,
5 long, lonely, sad months.
You ought to get on some CBD oil.
Nah, I ain't even gonna risk that.
CBD oil, man, straight for like people like you. Like if you like burn bud, CBD ain't gonna ever help you. You ain't ever gonna notice it. But like if you don't burn weed, you know what I'm saying, that CBD will help you.
CBD?
Yeah.
That diet weed.
It's just, I mean, it helps you, man. I like that weed. You don't know about
Keep on it. What are you talking about? I put 5 on it.
that.
This beat just makes you want to smoke weed.
Yeah. It makes you feel like you got a good game plan for shit.
It makes you feel like you're sitting around with some people you don't even know, and they're like, "Motherfucker, you got $5?
Yeah.
I'll be damned if you get high off me." Damn.
Y'all ever sell dime bags up there where you from?
Bro, you know what? I had a motherfucker hit me up, and he wanted like an eighth. I didn't even know. It's like it's been so long. It's like, what do you mean? Is that like a couple ounces? Like, what do you mean a fucking eighth? Like an eighth? Like a tiny bit of weed? Like, fuck off. Grow up.
That's where you can get your money at, though, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually. I've sold eighths, but I'm kind of a dick about it. You're gonna pay $50 for an eighth from me if I have to fucking pull it out of a bag and weigh it.
Why don't you just sell dime bags, man?
Because I don't own a wife beater and I don't have time to stand on the street corner.
No, you ain't got to. I'm saying niggas can pull up right and they can get 3 for $25. And I mean you get the little apple bags and you stuff them bitches fat and they look like little pillows, you know what I'm saying? And niggas might not
All I'm saying is
niggas might not have 100 bones to spend with you, right? But they might have $30 and they want to get a nice fat J in, or a bowl or something.
okay. Well, I get my.
You get you about 100 niggas. You get about 100 niggas a week that want to buy 3 dime bags, dog, and you making money.
Okay. Well, I get my Aussies for $100.
Yeah.
And
so if you make fucking 28 motherfucking dime bags, you know what I'm saying? That's 280 back. You know what I mean? That's so 180 off an ounce. You know what I mean?
have you ever been to Northern Michigan? These people trade food stamps.
Yeah, let them trade.
Let them trade. Shit, you got.
I use a food stamp.
You got
No, because up here you can use.
You got to be $3.50 an ounce.
Bro, you can use a
$3.50
fucking.
an
You can
ounce,
use a
and then
snap
you
card to
pay-
buy
you
hot food up here. So
I'm saying, if you charging them $3.50 an ounce on the stamps, and you getting the stamps at half price, right? It just is what it is. So you just charge them $600 for motherfucking worth of stamps for an ounce.
goddamn affirmative action.
If you coming with credit, nigga, that's half price. Yeah.
We done hit that hour, dude. Let's shut this shit down and start thanking our sponsors.
Yeah, thank no sponsors and shit, nigga, because I know it's Sunday or whatever. You probably due for a beating and shit.
All right, cool. Shout out to our sponsors, Havana Joe. Shout out to Fubu. Shout out to Sprite. Shout out to Chernobyl Parks and Recreation. Thanks for anybody that's listening. We appreciate the fuck out of you guys because, to be honest with you, we hate working. No matter what happens in this world, it doesn't matter if your family's watching, doesn't matter your grandma's there begging and pleading for you. Never, ever go quietly. Peace.